Today, I'm going to be grading my childhood cards. Now, I've been a Pokemon collector for years, but I have never myself sent out cards to get graded. So I picked out some of the best cards in the best condition from my childhood, and we're going to send them off to get graded. But before we send them off, why don't we take a look at them real quick? All right, first card, Black Star Promo Mew. I think this might be one of the oldest cards we're submitting. It's from 1999. So this is definitely from one of my older brother's collections. I somehow ended up with it. Shout out to them. Next, this is definitely from my collection. I remember this card so vividly. This comes from probably one of my all-time favorite sets of all time, Fire Red and Leaf Green, just because those are the games I grew up playing. I got Fire Red, my brother got Leaf Green, and I just remember my mom coming into my room late at night. I would put the Game Boy underneath my pillow and pretend I was asleep. The moment she would leave, I'd pull that shit back out. I'm going to speed through these just because I feel like you guys care more about the grades than the cards themselves, but these are the cards from my childhood collection I actually kept in pretty good condition. We got a base set 2 Hitmonchan. Pretty sure base set 2 came out in 2000. I was 3 years old, so this is definitely from my brother as well. This card, it is a French Shining Charizard. I have no idea how my older brother ended up with this. He must have like traded a kid at school or something. Like, I have no clue how this card is now in my hands, but it's been with me my entire life. This does have a few little like cracks and spots in it, so definitely not expecting a crazy grade on that. Anything higher than a 5 on this would be crazy though. We got a first edition Slugma. Oh my goodness, beautiful card. Rocket's Moltres, also in great condition. Now this set right here, Rocket Returns, also a big part of my childhood. I was buying these non-stop, or I guess my parents were for me. I was probably like 7 years old, so shout out to mom and dad. These cards I kept in pretty good condition. This Snorlax did have a little bit of whitening on it. We got a Delibird from the same set. Oh my goodness, like looking at these brings me back to being a literal child. Hariyama from Deoxys. I kept these in really good condition, surprisingly. This one right here, oh my goodness. If this tens, oh my. I gotta tell y'all something crazy. I found this card unsleeved, just like in a bunch of bulk, just surrounded by bulk. So I looked at the hollow face though, there was like no scratches on it. It's in great condition. This could definitely get at least a 9. I don't know how strict PSA is nowadays. You know, I've heard they're very strict, but this card is in great shape. This one too. Oh my goodness. This is an insane card. Probably like one of my all-time favorite cards. I have another one in the Mewtwo binder that I keep talking about. This is the actual one from my childhood collection. I'm excited to grade all those, but I also wanted to throw in a couple that I pulled not on video. This card's really special to me because this was the first booster box I opened when I got back into Pokemon during COVID. I pulled this fat Pikachu. Got it in the sleeve the moment I pulled it. Let's see if that gets a 10. This, also special, on stream years ago, I did a random celebration opening way before I even had a Pokemon channel. Pulled the Charizard, immediately sleeved it. This also has some 10 potential. I hope. Ball Guy. I think it'd be funny to get a PSA graded Ball Guy. Enough said. Charmander from Detective Pikachu. Thought this was in pretty good condition. I love this set. And then Ethan Slugma, obviously from Destined Rivals. I pulled like a million of these. I was like, shoot, why not? I'll grade one. These 3. I was at a party. We were opening Pokemon packs. I pulled all 3 of these. And I was like, you know what? Let's just grade them pack fresh. This Celebi, they discontinued this, whatever these cards are called. I think they're Prism cards. They like discontinued them so quickly. I just think they're cool. And then I got the Shiny Garchomp. And this is a banger card. This is actually like the first pull we ever got on the Pokemon channel was this card from Hidden Fates. And these 2, I'm a man of my word. I told y'all I was gonna get the world's first PSA 10 sandwich. These 2 are the only 2 that I actually pulled on video. They're in good condition, immediately sleeved. One of these gotta be the world's first PSA 10 sandwich. So these 2 are the only 2 we open on video. I'm gonna send all of these off and let's see what grades they get. Ladies and gentlemen, the day is here! I have waited months for these slabs to come back from PSA. I bought the expedited grading thinking it would only take 20 days, but it took like 45. So if you are ever looking to grade your cards, I would just get the regular. Don't even pay for the extra expedited. They still gonna take their damn time. But I'm excited. We got a lot of cards to get through, so let's get started. Oh baby, look at that. They filled this one to the brim. These are all my grades. Let's take them out. Okay. Opening Pokemon packs itself is gambling, but like this is like another form of gambling. Look at all these that we're about to run through. Let's get it. Starting with whatever's on top here. All right, slab number 1. I just want to, for the record, before we even look at any of these, if we get 110 today, I'm a happy man. I know these are not in the best condition. These are my childhood cards, most of them at least, but I just wanted my childhood cards in a slab. I thought that was a really cool idea, so I sent in most of my childhood cards. And we're starting today with a ball guy. This is my first ever PSA slab, and it looks like it could, I mean, centering, not great, actually. Centering is not great. So PSA grades off a couple things, you know, the surface of the card, the corners of the card, and the centering. I didn't really inspect these. I'm gonna be honest. I just sent them in. You know, I didn't look at these under a microscope. A lot of these are probably gonna be 7, 8s, 9s. If we get a single 10, I'm gonna be happy. I don't know if this is a 10 because of the centering alone. Let's just see. Let's just rip it off. Oh my... That is a horrible start. I was at least expecting a 9. What the hell? Bro, they couldn't give me a 9 on Ball Guy? I just thought it'd be funny to have this card in a 10. I really thought it'd be funny to have this card in a 10. Now I own it in an 8. Like, what do I do with this? That is a horrible start. All right, let's go. Let's hopefully see if the next one's any better. Oh, here we go. Straight from my childhood. Actually, this card is my older brother's. You know, I was 3 years old when this set came out. So one of my older brothers must have pulled this one and I must have ended up with it somehow. I'm looking right now, the bottom, look at that. Like, look at the centering difference. The bottom is really worse on this one. So I'm guessing this might even be a 7. If they gave this an 8, like this has to be a 7, right? Let's see. 25-year-old card. It gets an 8 as well. Dude, what? That's crazy. Brand new card, essentially. I mean, 4 years old. 25-year-old card gets the same grade. This has just been in a binder for years. That's insane that this got an 8. I'm actually really happy about that. I'm like, okay, PSA dude, okay. Hopefully he was in a good mood this day because we got a couple. We got a Radiant Charizard. Crown, Zenith, Goated set. Oh my goodness, why did I send this in? Look at the centering. Now that I'm looking at this, that is just, oh, top to bottom, you could see how much thicker the bottom is than the top. That is just a horrible send by me. I'm not gonna lie. That might be an 8. Dude, 7. Centering's that bad that you gave me a 7? Bro, this guy was pissed off on this day. Oh my goodness. This guy had a horrible day. I can't, oh, the rest of these cards, I can't even wait, man. This is awesome, dude. This is awesome. Okay, Electro DX. One of the most goated sets of all time. Fire Red and Leaf Green. Unbelievable, unreal set. Like, this set was my childhood. These games were my childhood. Matter of fact, hold on a second. I don't really flex my sealed collection very often, but I gotta show y'all something. I got the full art set of Fire Red and Leaf Green in these blisters. And you can see the original $3.67 price point. That's insane. But look at these, man. What a beautiful set. I will never open these. Never, never. And also, I really don't know. So maybe somebody could educate me on this. I have these. But I don't know if these are the first print or not. If you look in the bottom, what is that? The bottom left? You see that little symbol? Like, I don't know if these are the first print. And from my research, I'm pretty sure they are. If they're the second print, that's kind of cringe because the amount of money I paid for these back in the day. But nevertheless, these were my favorite Pokemon games. And these are the ones that I personally grew up on. So that being said, this set, Fire Red and Leaf Green, you know, that correlates with, you know, this was a time I was heavy into Pokemon. I was ripping these packs like it was nobody's business. I was begging my parents to take me to Target, going home with one of those tins and just ripping these nonstop. And there's a lot of these today that we're gonna reveal from this specific set. But the Electro, this is actually in good shape. Like, I kept most of these cards in like fantastic shape. For me being 6, 7 years old, the fact that these cards have remained in this condition is insane. So let's see what we got. On this, we got a 7. Okay. I don't really know why. Like, why? Like, could anybody tell? Like, I'm a PSA noob, so maybe y'all are gonna have to educate me, but that looks way better than a 7. Like, I feel like you can crack that, send it back in, and it will come back an 8 or a 9. I really don't know. The meme about the grader having a bad day is like, I'm experiencing it for real right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is insane. This is insane. We could get the first ever PSA 10 Arven sandwich. I played Pokemon Scarlet. You know, there's a little meme in the game where the Arven eats sandwiches. I thought it was funny. So when I first saw this card, my original reaction was, let me send this in to get graded. So I think this is the original one that I pulled, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't, hold on, let me take a look and take a guess on this grade beforehand. Let me really take a look here. Oh, I mean, if it's not a 10, it's a 9. If it's not a 10, it's a 9, I think. I mean, I don't know, man. Let's say, look, 9. That is so I just don't know, like, what could get better. I sent this in to get the first 10. To get the first 10, and it's a 9. Unreal. All right, here we go. Redeem. Please redeem the non-hollow. The centering looks worse. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, the centering is horrible. Brick. Yeah, dude, this is... Oh, man. This is also a 9. I'm gonna be real. This one might even be an 8. I didn't even look at the card. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right, which one of y'all wants this? I'm signing this one and giving it away. Whoever wants it, leave a like, leave a comment, make sure you're subscribed. Oh my goodness. I should have inspected the centering because that is just horribly off. Oh, wow. All right, next we got Celebi Hollow Lost Thunder. I thought this was cool. I think these are called like the Prism Hollows. I actually just pulled this recently. This is pack fresh. I thought it looked good and I thought like it's a cheap card. It's not really worth anything. I just think it's a cool card. So let's just see what we get. Bro, what? Are you... yeah, centering for sure. For sure, but like, does that take 2 points off? I don't really know. This whole thing just feels subjective, and it feels like they're trying to control the market and not get any, like, not give out PSA 10s on purpose. I don't know if that's just me. This is a... Dude, look at this card. Look at this Slugma. I have here, even before I show that, before we reveal that grade, look at this. Look how many Slugmas I have from Destined. This is crazy. This is like insane. So I went through, I didn't have this many at the time, but I went through and I was like, okay, I think this might actually be the first Slugma I pulled. And it was like, it's actually in pretty good condition. The centering looks okay. You know, how could this not be a 10? So if we're gonna get a 10 today, I would love if it was just on this card because it's just a stupid little card. It's just a stupid, like, why wouldn't they give me a 10? Why wouldn't they give me... What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Do we think any of these could be a 10? Do I just... let's do a fun little experiment and send in 20 of these and see how many come back as a 9. Are they just not printing 10s anymore? Or is PSA just not giving them out anymore? Because what is wrong with this? Centering for sure, maybe a little bit, but they have a 60-40 rule. I believe that would be 60-40, like maybe it's a little right heavy, but... I'm feeling a pain in my chest. That might be my generalized anxiety disorder that I have, but still. This is another card I pulled from my childhood. Deoxys was another set that I loved as a kid. I don't expect this to be above a 7. Yeah, 7. I will take that for sure. I will take that. This is a, you know, I just wanted to get my childhood cards inside a PSA slab. I think that's really cool. I think that's cool for me. You know, some people might want their childhood cards in their childhood binder. I just had these in top loaders. You know, I have a childhood binder as well. So these were just random cards I had in top loaders. And this one as well, man. I mean, this is obviously not a childhood card. This is a recent set, the Detective Pikachu movie. I actually have most of the art set in a PSA 10. There's the Charizard, the Mewtwo, couple, not most of the art set, I shouldn't say that, but I do have a couple in a PSA 10. So let's see if this Charmander right here can add to it. Let's take a look. It looks like the back is in good condition. Let's just get a flippin' reveal. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I want to compare a 10 and an 8. To me, it looks like the 8 has better centering than the 10. Look at the left to right on the Charizard, and look at the left to right on the Charmander. Like, what? Do we boycott PSA? Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness. All right, Delibird, Team Rocket returns. This is a 21-year-old card. I remember this card specifically. It was in one of those like yellow top loaders, like the ugly yellow top loaders. I had it in there forever. And I don't even know if I had a penny sleeve on it. So like it could be all scratched up. It's gonna be a 7. Yep. I'm getting to know these pretty well. That's good. For me pulling this card as a kid and now grading it for it to still be near mint, I'll give myself a pat on the back for that. I kept it in good condition. I'm waiting for that black... Here he is. Here he is. I'm waiting for that Blastoise is what I was about to say. This might be one of the most expensive cards in here. The Snorlax, and the Mewtwo are probably the top 3. It's just in immaculate condition. The surface might be a little scratched. I mean, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's in fantastic condition. Dare I say 10? If not, it has to be a 9. No, I'm seeing a chip on the bottom left corner. There is a tiny little chip there. Okay, if they give me anything less than an 8, though, that is insane. That is insane. 9! All right. That is fantastic. That might be the first card we made money on by grading it. That's insane. I pulled this at 7 years old, and now I have it in my hands as a PSA 9. That is unbelievable. Okay, 2000 Black Star promo Mew. This one, I might have I don't know where this came from. I think I might have purchased it or got it in a trade or something like years ago. Very cool card. I mean, centering looks great all around. I mean, it's not a hollow, so like that gives us a better chance of a 10. There is a little nick on the bottom left right there. I'm gonna say, you know, based on the pass grade, it's probably gonna be an 8. It's a 7. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Just because of that, like the one thing I see, what else gives that a 7? Oh my God, Celebration Charizard. I pulled this myself. I don't know if we have the clip still. I will try and find it. I have nicer sleeves somewhere. Just 2021 when Celebrations came out, I was streaming, opening packs, and man, I pulled the Charizard. I pulled the Zard, so this is like a pack fresh Zard, immediately went in a sleeve. It's cool to see it get graded. You know, it does look a little off center, but man, just give me a 10 on something. Just give me a 10 on something. The reveal, the reveal, the reveal. Yeah, baby! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God, that one feels good. Dude, that, I get why they make them rare, because that feeling of dopamine just rushed it. I fully believe that was a 9. Dude, that's unbelievable. That's absolute cinema. We did it. We got 110. We got 110. I'm never selling this. This is never leaving my collection ever. This is my first ever PSA 10 that I pulled and I graded. Let's go. One day, I will be holding the first edition PSA 10 Charizard. That's my ultimate card. I think they're going for like 300K right now. I'm good off that. You know, I'll wait for the market to go down a little bit. If anybody watching this somehow has one, I'll give you 100. We got one. Oh my good. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. We sent in a second Radiant Charizard. This one looks better than the last, I will say. Can we just keep a 10 streak going? The grade reveal in 3, 2, 1. Oh my! Oh my! Ah! Ah! Oh my! Oh my God! Oh, we did it! We got 2 in a row. Are you kidding me? I don't know if my heart can take that. I want to compare a 7 and a 10. Genuinely, like, okay, sure, the centering's a little better on the right, but like 3 points better? Bro, am I tripping or what's good with that? Dude, those look almost the same. Like, somebody please tell, like, maybe I'm just being an idiot here, but like, what really is different besides the top to bottom centering? I don't know. I'm just happy we got 110, 2 10s now. Like, that's unreal. Unreal, bro. Can we keep it going with this next card? One of my childhood cards getting a 10 would be insane. I mean, this might be a 10. This might be a 10. You know, I told this story with this. I'll say it again, you know, like I was just getting back into Pokemon during 2020. This was during lockdown. I opened a Vivid Voltage booster box and I pulled this. You know, this is not the Rainbow Pikachu. I'm still chasing that card. That's one of my chase cards. I need to pull it, you know. One day I will. But I pulled this one. I was excited. It's in great condition. Immediately went in the sleeve. I really don't think this can be anything but a 10. Can we hit the 3 in a row? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh. This is... Oh my, I'm no longer boycotting PSA, I'll tell you that. That's 3 10s in a row! 3 10s in a row, man. These are never leaving my collection, man. I know that's like, this is not a very inexpensive card, but like this means a lot to me, you know? The story behind it means a lot to me. That is... I love that. Keep it going. We on a hot streak. This one looking good too. I can't lie, this one's looking good too. Oh my God. This is where it's about to get real. If we get a 10 on a 24-year-old card, I might lose it. I might lose it. Of my favorite Pokemon in first edition, it is in immaculate condition. It's got a good shot. Corners are good. Centering's good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. 8, bro. Back to boycotting. Like, why? I feel like anytime it's like older than a couple years, they're like not giving 10s out. Oh, this is a special card. I mean, like this one, I just remember pulling it. I have a vivid, like, I don't really have many memories before the age of 14. Like, I blocked it all out. I got a very traumatic childhood. But I have a memory of pulling this exact card. I was in my basement, opening this, and just like freaking out, man. This is a sick card, and I always thought he had one leg, but it turns out he's just like stomping on you. Centering a little off, top to bottom. I don't think it's enough to take a point off, but knowing PSA, this will probably be an 8. Corners are perfect. There's absolutely like 0 whitening. Centering spot on. This could be a 10. If I had to take a solid guess based on like the rest of these grades, I'm gonna say it's a 9, but a 10 would be amazing. It's an 8. Really wanted to get at least 110 on like a childhood card. That would have meant a lot to me, but of course not. We got a base set 2 holo. Hitmonchan, this is an iconic card. Obviously not the base set 2 version, but you know, still, let's see what we get on this. Yo, a base set 2/7 Hitmonchan. That has to be worth like less than $10. Just graded it for the love of the game. Maybe it's like a little scratchy on the holo. I don't even know why that got a 7. Maybe one of you can tell me. All right, new card. Just pulled this the other day at that same house party I was just talking about. I pulled this. And I believe one of these cards as well should be the Moltres Zapdos Articuno. But this Garchomp, you know, shiny Garchomp, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool card. I thought it was in decent condition. It's gotta at least be a 9. But maybe it's a 10. It's a 9. That is I just don't even see why. It's just like they don't want to give out too many 10s is what I'm feeling. I'm happy I got a couple, but like, here's the other card I was just talking about. The centering can't be messed up. The corners are perfect. Let's take a look at the back. Like, it's a perfect card, man. It's a perfect card. There's no way this doesn't get a 10. I just pulled this. I'm pretty sure these were in the same pack if I remember correctly. So the Garchomp got a 9. This has to be a 10. Come on. One more. There we go. There we go. That is what I'm talking about. I know a 10 when I see one. And like, that's a tough card to not get a 10. Like, if you don't get a 10 on that, that's insane. Wow, we got another one, bro. That's 4. That's 4 on the board. Okay. Oh, this was a grail in my household. I'm gonna send a picture of this to my brother because this was his card. Like, I don't even know how he got this. Like I was saying, like, I think he traded some kid in school. I always thought maybe it could be fake, but PSA just authenticated my Dracofew Brilliant, aka Shining Charizard in French. Unbelievable. This might be the worst condition card that I sent in. I mean, it's really not terrible, but like, I'm thinking it's gonna be like a 6, maybe even a 5. The holo wasn't in the best condition, but I really just wanted to grade this card because I loved it so much. Like, this card means a lot to me. Just, I don't even know why. Like, it's just something I had growing up. So let's see what it gets. Oh. I mean, I knew it would be pretty bad, but like, VG, I think that means very good, excellent. So like, not horrible, but that's definitely the worst grade we're gonna get. There is 2 more cards that for some reason came in their own boxes. Really not sure why. I think these might be different, like, classes. I'm hoping they're both 10s because I had to pay more to grade both of these. I looked at the receipt and these 2 cards, one of them is a Snorlax and the other one is a Mewtwo. Dude, look at that padding. That is insane. That has to be a PSA 10 with all of that. Like, they're doing all that. Okay, this one, not as padded, not as secure as this one. These both arrived weeks ago though. You know, I've had these packages. I just got the rest of that bulk in. Let's go with this one first. I don't want to reveal the grade. There's the back. There's the back. There we go. What are we thinking? Snorlax or Mewtwo? I'm pretty sure. Oh, it comes in a plastic coating. So these were like, you know, I believe I paid like $100 each to grade these or something like that. These are banger cards and the value of them, I don't even know what they are right now. I mean, let's take a look at the grade before we even get there. Here's the Mewtwo. Unbelievable card. Just pulling this and having this as a kid, like this meant so much to me. So now to grade my actual childhood card of one of my favorite Pokemon that I pulled is incredible. And if this is a 10, it might be the greatest day of my life. I mean, it has a good shot, but will PSA give out a 10 in the big 25 to a card like this? I really don't think so. Man, this would look so good in a Beckett Black Label. I have my card on my desk. This card right here. I still have it in the wrapper from Japan. I bought this card, by the way, about $1,500. It's now, I think it's worth $7 grand, this card. This is the first time I've ever debated selling anything Pokemon because that markup isn't, like, I don't buy this stuff to make money. I love collecting. Like, I love it for the love of the game. But when a card goes up that much, it's like, oh my God, do I sell this? And just buy it back when the market dips? But like this, it just means so much to me because I got this in Japan. It's the Japanese promo. Imagine this Mewtwo with that black label. Oh, I'd be geeking. That might be like on the grail list. But let's see. With no more stalling. My guess here, you know, this card's in fantastic condition. Oh, the bottom, there's a little white. They're gonna give me an 8 for that. They're gonna knock some points off for that for sure. Let's just reveal with the flip. Here we go. Moment of truth in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the best PSA 5 of all time. I'm not gonna lie. We gotta take it out now. Like, I just wanna, let's just really quick inspect why this is not higher than a 5. Top left corner, flawless. Top right corner, flawless. Bottom right corner, a little mark. Bottom left, there's some bumps for sure. There might be a little bend on that top right. I don't know if you could see that. Dude, that sucks. That sucks. Like, paying over $100 just to probably like degrade the value of this card. That's awesome. Let's hope we got better luck on the Snorlax. I think I could just pull it out here. Whoop, there we go. Now, off rip, already looking better than the Mewtwo. No whitening in any of the corners. Just a very small little, like, you see that in the middle up there? Super small. That is enough to take a point off for sure. So the back, that's what we're seeing. The front, damn near flawless on this card. I think this is like one of the most expensive cards that we submitted for sure. Sick artwork. You know, I pulled this. This is from the Team Rocket set that came out around the same time as Fire Red. You know, these 2004 sets were heat. As a 7-year-old boy, I was eating these up, man. I remember specifically sleeving this, getting this in a top loader. My guess here, I'm gonna go with an 8, and that's being generous. I'm hoping it's a 9, but I'm gonna assume PSA grading it's an 8. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay, I got it. Wow, I'm starting to really get this down. I think that is a huge profit on this card. If I were to sell it, I'm not going to. But for my first PSA return, getting 4 10s that I pulled myself, like I pulled all 4 of those cards myself, and I remember pulling them all. So that's pretty special to me. And I got a lot of my childhood cards graded. Unfortunately, no 10s on those, but yeah. Let me know if y'all want to see more PSA returns. Click that subscribe button. I love y'all, and I love Pokemon. Thank y'all for watching. More videos soon. Half of you ain't subscribed, so click the button.